Let's move into our final topic. We are talking winners and losers. Just have some fun here. Let's just make sure we mention most of the trades that happened today. Shelvin Mack got traded, but we're not talking about Shelvin Mack today. We're going to go through. We talked a little bit about the Cavs.
He played for Butler, right? He came from Butler out of college. That's
what I thought. He played for Brad Stevens. We're talking a little bit about the Cavs and Lakers. We already talked about the Cavs and Lakers, but I'm going to throw them out there. Just get for sure winners and losers out there. So Ricky, Cavs, winners or losers?
Cavs are push right now. Don't know
Why?
if they're winner or loser until we see what happens in the playoffs.
100% winner. 100% winner.
Winner?
This was
no. If they make the finals, winner. If they go anywhere,
but
if they don't go anywhere near the
how
final,
do they lose?
How do they lose?
It wasn't like this team was great. You got rid of two cancers and Jay Crowder and IT.
I'll say
Derrick Rose and D Wade.
Maybe a winner. I'm not completely sold that it solves the problem that you were trying to fix, but it is better than what you had.
But it's the fact that they did something.
Yeah.
You're trying to fix the problem.
I'll give it a push.
Winner.
If you didn't do anything, I think that would have been a bigger loser, especially if this team kept going on the schneid that they would. Dave, since you're a Laker fan, Lakers winner or losers?
I'm going winner just because of cap space. Like, they got hope, they got potential, they got Magic Johnson trying to sweet talk people back to LA. IT's a locker room can't, so I don't know if that's gonna be worth it.
Big win-win in that trade for me. You get so much salary cap in that trade, and again, I love the fact that people are bringing up with LA and that Cleveland trade. The fact that Cleveland is pretty much giving LA the opportunity to sign their baby boy, LeBron James, away from Miami Heat, getting Wade back. Wade County is back. I was going to say Waders County.
I'd say he's
Wade
reclaimed
County,
it.
Yeah, Wade County is back in Miami. Is it a win for the Miami Heat? It doesn't do anything for the playoff run.
I'm saying it's a win because we all know that really when when Wade left to go to Chicago the first time, did he really want to leave?
Yeah.
He didn't want to leave. It was just the fact of, really, you give Tyler Johnson that kind of a contract, and what I've put in for this team, this ring that I've at least won for this team before LeBron and with rings. LeBron, that I am not getting respected. Didn't want to leave. He did leave. Now he's back. And Pat Riley got to kind of be like, yeah, you know what? You can have a second rounder, but it's going to be this many years in the future, and it's going to be heavily protected.
Okay, Dave.
Huge win. I think he's actually a pretty good contributor to this team in the playoffs.
I can't wait to see him introduce starting lineups for the first time this year in Miami.
The biggest thing is we're all winners because we get Wade Miami Vice jerseys. That's the biggest win.
Shit, I'm ordering one of those.
There you go. That's the biggest win out of all of this. The New York Knicks, winners or losers, getting Emmanuel Mudiay.
I mean, I'm gonna go with winner only because of the fact that, you know, they kind of see if they can fix that backcourt with the whole Frank thing we talked about. But I really don't know if it does anything for them super long term. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't push the needle anything to make them like a superior playoff team.
Dave.
Winner, you traded trash for something with potential. Even if he's been injured in his career and has not performed to the expectations of a top 7 pick, he still has potential to be a starting point guard in the NBA.
It's like, to me, it's like it's a push because you're a winner, because it's like when you get rid of your girlfriend, you have the potential to sleep with somebody else, but right now you're a loser because you're not sleeping with anybody and you're going to be going back to your home by yourself. So that's the thing. There's the
disagree.
potential.
I think you dumped your girlfriend and got a side piece. Like,
not really.
You're not really in a relationship.
No, because you're going to be losing. You're going to take more L's.
He's still playing.
You're taking more L's because KP's going down.
True.
It has nothing to do with KP.
Taking more L's.
It has nothing. This is trade.
More L's.
This is trade. This is not the Knicks' future.
Okay, fine, but L. But it's not an L. It's an L.
So taking an L for getting rid of McBuckets?
It's an L and a W. It's an L and a W. So that means it's a push. It's a push. Let's go down to the Denver Nuggets. Win for them, getting Devin Harrison a pick.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking it's a total win. They clear up their backcourt situation, get Emmanuel Mudiay out of town, don't even have to worry about him. And you get a second-round pick that could be used for something.
I go push. I don't know if it's really worth it. I mean, yes, clarity in the backcourt, cool, but like at the same time, I don't know that it does a ton for them. The second round pick, who knows? Lottery shoot.
Yeah, I don't really care about this. Kind of like, again, leaving your girlfriend and just going back to your home by yourself. Dallas Mavericks picking up McBuckets. Who cares? Chicago Bulls. Ricky, you want to talk about it?
Yeah,
they cut Willie Reed.
Woo! It's not that one that
shredding rosters.
The thing that I looked at is it's interesting that we picked up Noah Vonleh because it's like, okay, how is he going to fit into this team? Because Jameer Nelson for Willie Reed, whatever. Like you said, we waived him already.
Are you surprised the fact that we waived the guy who beat his wife?
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, he can't even play right now.
Oh. Well, I kind of felt bad because when we talked about that trade
and
with
you
the
snubbed
Pistons,
him like a
and I said, I called him a bum ass. I felt bad because I was like,
you shouldn't have.
I don't feel bad now. Fuck him. Fuck Willie Reed.
Yeah, no, but like Noah Vonleh, I'm going to say that I don't know. This is another one where it's like I don't know if it's a win. I don't know if it's a loss because we gave up the rights to somebody who's probably never going to come over here. Like Dave said, he was
drafted in 2007,
exactly,
and hasn't played.
Exactly,
probably it's been 11 years of him being drafted.
It's a 32-year-old center from somewhere.
But I wonder if this is
someplace.
I wonder if this is
Parts
just
unknown.
preempt. Like, hey, you know what? We moved a power forward in Nico. We're bringing one in, and next year will probably be the year when we move Rolo. So I'm going to say it's not a loss, but like. It's not a win, it's a push. Plus, we get cash.
I mean, cash consideration makes this a win.
The one thing that is a win for Portland, at least, is they get to free up some cap, and they get under the luxury tax, which is good for that team.
Their contract situation is just a sad sack. Like, I feel bad for them. They're a team that got locked into their future really poorly. I think Vonleh, he's still young. I mean, it's not like we're trying to win anytime soon. So.
They got the rights to Milokan Ravovich.
Who was Mr. Irrelevant of the 07 draft. I mean,
you know who is Mr. Irrelevant? Isaiah Thomas.
I mean, and also with Noah Vonleh for the Bulls, it's this year. After this year, we can offer him a qualifying offer of $4.7 million. So I mean, we could have him back.
He's basically got to pick up scraps in minutes between the 4 and the 5, and we'll see if he's worth it. I mean, I don't expect anything huge out of the kid.
All right, Phoenix Suns. They ended up picking Elfrid Payton. He's going to be a restricted free agent after this year. Winner or loser for the Suns?
I'm going to say, I don't really know. I'm going to say, like, I want to say, like, a loser only because it's like, you know what? What are you going to do? But it's a winner because you add Elfrid Payton for a second.
You get a point guard. Yeah, because the team doesn't have a fucking point guard.
Well, it's a win, too, because you don't have to keep him if he sucks. And if he does, you can tender him. And if someone throws money at Elfrid Payton, you don't have to sign him. You get something back, and then also you can still draft a point guard. So I mean, it's a win for the Phoenix Suns. It's a trial. You know, you can test him out. If you don't like it, you can send it back. And if you like it and you don't want to pay the money, you can still send it back and get your money back.
Their hair game goes way through the roof, though.
Oh God, in a negative. Their hair game takes a loss.
At this
Josh
point,
Jackson,
I would just dye it
I would say
orange.
with the hair.
Josh Jackson's
Elfrid
up here.
Payton, he needs some volume from Josh Jackson.
Well, with Elfrid Payton, I'd dye it orange now and make it look like a flame.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. You know what? Of all the stupid ideas, that one takes the cake tonight.
But now he also takes another L because he could have turned it into like a wizard hat.
He's not on the Wizards.
Oh shit! Well, the Disney Fantasia hat.
Yeah, but then you're getting into copyright issues. Like Elfrid Payton doesn't want to get sued.
Doesn't Disney own him or something?
Sean doesn't own his
or is
hair.
it just close enough that they like half rip off Disney?
You just combined it. But Sean, the problem is if he turned into a hat like that, he'd actually be able to see the ball in the rim. Like he doesn't want that. He wants obstructed vision. If he's not looking at this the whole game, he doesn't know how to play basketball.
Yeah, Disney's their sponsor. I knew there was a connection.
But it's still copyright issues. Like Disney didn't give them permission.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
You don't know that.
I'm sure they would.
They could have. If they're sponsoring them and be like, hey, if we can reach out and we could push your brand out a little bit more, I think Disney would be cool with it. Anyways,
the only way that's a loss I can think of is if they actually win games. I mean,
that would suck for Phoenix
But to be fair,
fans.
like you got a good tank commander in Elfrid Payton.
Orlando Magic, winner or loser?
They're losers. They're idiots.
Yep.
Like it's a new front office, and I still have no faith.
They didn't even make any trades besides Elfrid Payton. They got a 2 for him. Like,
is it not? Can we not even say a push because they got rid of Elfrid Payton for anything?
I guess.
Or is it a loss?
It's technically an early
You probably could have got more from the Nuggets for Elfrid Payton.
Were there restrictions on the 2, or is it this year's 2?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I like how you threw it out there, though. It's like, I think last week I was like, oh, you can't put restrictions on a 2, and now we're seeing like heavily restricted 2s. It's like, why are you protecting a 2?
That was more, especially in the Heat deal, that was more Pat Riley just being a dick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. But Orlando loses because they still didn't move anybody. You got to start moving people.
Vucevic for Draymond.
And
straight up.
And my favorite thing was something where it's like Orlando now with this trade will end their old rebuild and restart a new rebuild, which is just absolutely great. Hopefully Orlando gets some help. But now we're going to move on to 3 teams that didn't make a trade, and we're going to see if they're winners or losers. Boston, are they winners or losers?
I mean, it's a push. They're going to be in the same spot. They're going to be a team that's going to meet Cleveland either in the second round or the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're putting their bet in, hey, we can beat LeBron with the team we got.
And you got to remember, they also were able to pick up Greg Monroe, I think. So technically they did have a move, just not a trade.
Yeah.
But now possibly they didn't get rid of Marcus Smart, and hey, you could have gotten something for him. You might lose Marcus Smart for nothing now this year.
I think you let it play out. I think I'm going to go with winners because if they traded Marcus Smart, it probably wasn't going to be for an upgrade, really. I don't know. The value out there wasn't worth it. I'll trust in Danny Ainge and the magic that he's got out there.
Yeah, I heard they valued him tremendously, so that's why I didn't get moved. Hey, I'm not saying you should have traded Marcus Smart because he brings a ton to this team, but I'm just saying. Just
I think you're off this roster. Ricky's very high believer in them taking on the Cavs. I think it's not unrealistic to believe that they can go a series with them, but I mean it's asking a lot.
Houston Rockets, winners or losers?
I'm going to say winners, only because they didn't do anything, but most of the teams that they're going to be contending with in the West, like I'm talking about the higher end teams in the West, mainly the Warriors, didn't do anything either. Like Warriors Rockets stayed the same. Neither team did anything. Yeah. Like they're not losers because of what anyone else did other than them.
Yeah, I'd just go with. It's a push because no team below them I think closed the gap enough to scare them. And to be honest, like I'm pretty sure at this point they can go find another guy on his couch and turn him into an NBA player. Like Gerald Green's story is freaking amazing. So
that is pretty awesome.
I think if they need somebody, they'll go find somebody. It's not a matter of giving up contracts and playing that game. And no one wants Ryan Anderson.
So Golden State's a for sure push too then.
I think Golden State's a winner as well because no one they're a winner because the Rockets didn't do anything. If the Rockets would have done something and the Warriors didn't, then it would be interesting. But because both the Warriors and the Rockets didn't, both of them to me they're winners because no one's going to contend with them and they'll probably be the Western Conference Finals.
I also love the fact that JaVale McGee didn't get traded. He's a big winner. He didn't want to leave. I'm glad that JaVale could say.
That's nice for him. I do question, the guys coming up who are potentially being waived out of all of these deals, and a guy like Bogut who's been floating for a bit now.
Joe Johnson too. I saw Joe can possibly go to a playoff team. Final loser, and I'm going to take this one. Dave, you can jump in, or Ricky, you can jump in after this. Biggest loser in my mind, Memphis Grizzlies. Chris Wallace, you're a bum.
How need to be fired. Him?
You need to be fired from your job. We see the mess with Fizdale. We see the mess with Marc Gasol. You end up getting rid of Fizdale. You end up keeping Gasol. Now you shut down Mike Conley. Conley's going to be out after you make him the highest paid NBA player in NBA history. You sign Chandler Parsons to a terrible contract. You don't get rid of Marc Gasol when you easily should have been doing that. You get rid of a promising young head coach, and then you bench Tyreke Evans for the past week, and you don't end up trading him. Take 2 2s. Take a low one. Take whatever you can get because Tyreke Evans isn't coming back to this team this year because he sees how poorly it's run. I know. They want to, but it's so poorly run of a team. Tyreke Evans has seen his worth out there. He knows that he can go to a different team, get paid the same amount of money or close to the same amount of money, and not be on a terribly piss-poor run team by Chris Wallace. Chris Wallace needs to get fired. Memphis really shouldn't even have a team right now with how poorly this is run. They haven't been great in a while, and I feel bad for Memphis fans because this is a piss-poor effort from Chris Wallace. I can do a better job. I called half of these goddamn trades from Cleveland. Hire me, Memphis. I'm better than Chris Wallace.
I just don't understand how you don't, that's my biggest thing. Loser, biggest L of the trade deadline. You don't move him. I didn't expect them to move Marc Gasol because, even though I think they should have traded him and kept David Fizdale way back when that debacle happened, how do you sit a guy for weeks and then not move him?
Just 1 week.
Just over a week.
No, 1 week. And the Nuggets were contacting you, saying, "Hey,
15
we
teams.
want it."
15 teams contacted him.
One team for sure that we talked about today that eventually made a deal contacted you, and you sat on your hands. Just sat on your hands and did nothing.
15 calls, and they did nothing. What are you looking for in a price? You don't have any leverage with this.
And this is
no leverage with Tyreke Evans.
Because everybody knows he's not going to resign there because, like you said, A, he can get equal or better money elsewhere, and B, guess what? He might want to play on a team that's going to compete for something. Just maybe he doesn't want to lose all the damn time.
And this is why, going back to the Magic really quick, this is why originally...
No. Let's bring in the Kings, too.
No.
I got the Kings for you in a minute.
I'm not shitting here on the Magic. This is why when I originally said that maybe the Magic could be seen as winners, because you could look at Memphis and go, at least we didn't do that. At least we didn't let Alfred Payton sit here and then wonder, like, you didn't trade him for anything?
No, I mean, that's fair with the Orlando Magic.
Like, they made a move, although it was 1 second. The Grizzlies, I'm going to sit on my hands and not do anything.
Yeah, no, it's more commendable.
Fucking sit here and play tiddlywinks with my thumbs.
I don't know what that is.
That's when you totally
you're an old man. You're an old man.
You do this. That's what you do.
Anyways, I completely agree. At least the Magic did do something. But what do you want to bring up about the Kings?
Oh, I just want to bring up the Kings' excellent moves this trade deadline. We're going to start
winners.
Hardcore winners. We start with the waving of Papa John's. This man was the GOAT pick.
Georgios Papagiannis, 13th overall pick 2 years ago.
Overall. Phenomenal talent. God, we all saw it.
I remember all our faces taking a leap at my house storm when that happened.
The man was waving. He's 20 years old. He's not even a man. He's 20 years old. And they're like, nah, the next 2 years of contract, we don't even go. Just go.
Ridiculous.
We embarrassed ourselves. And then guess what? We're gonna pass off our asset of Malachi Richardson, who I get it. You know, he has not lived up to expectations. He's still a decent shooter to some extent. For Mr. 2 years away from being 2 years away, Bruno.
Well, and the one thing too with Toronto, they know something about Malachi Richardson that they can pry out of him.
That's what I'm afraid of. Like
Toronto's
gonna make
all
it work.
Teams. I mean, like Fred VanVleet, DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry. All these players that they've made work.
I mean, OG coming on.
OG Anunoby. All of these guys have worked. Malachi Richardson can be the next one. And then the other one, too, George Hill. You get Joe Johnson out of it.
And they waive him. And it's just like, okay,
and
cool.
I think you get a second-round pick. That's all we waited up for.
Bruno maybe getting waived. I'm not sure about that one yet.
Him.
They decided to keep him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's still a thing. It's like, dude, it's
ridiculous.
Just... I feel bad for Kings fans. I mean, you're some super loyal fan base, but, like, you got to admit, when your team just shoots themselves in the foot year after year after year after year, and then you have to go back a while before you stop doing this.
The one thing that is very promising is you still have Jaren Fox has looked good lately. Buddy Hield, Willie Cauley-Stein, Scalabissier. Still, there's a lot of things out of there. Bogdan as well. We fucking forgot to mention Bogdan one video and get shit on. That's
I fucking brag about the kid all the time, and I didn't mention him
in
one video.
The offseason, you were all over him.
Seriously.
Jesus.
But the one thing, too, is you look at the Papagiannis pick. Again, at 13, you trade back from, I believe, 8, or it was 4.
It was the Suns.
Right?
Yeah, because it was a Suns deal.
No, it was 8, because it was the 8th. Suns, it was the Suns deal, but the Suns gave him 13 and 28. You end up taking Scale at 28.
Yeah,
good pick there.
Yeah.
But that's right before DeJounte Murray. Nice swing and a miss there. And then, here's the fun. Oh, also, you could have taken Malcolm Brogdon with that pick as well. And then, with the 13th pick, you passed on Denzel Valentine, Juan Hernan Gomez, Gershon Yabusele, Wayne Baldwin the 4th, who was cut by Memphis, by the way. Karis LeVert, Malik Beasley, DeAndre Bembry, Malachi Richardson again, who you traded for fucking my boy, Marco Bellinelli. Ante Zizic is out there too. Furkan is out there too. I mean, there's a ton of players back there that you could have taken a shot on, and you go with Georgios Papagiannis. And people were saying, hey, Vlade knows him because he's Greece.
Because he's Greece?
Because he's a Greek player.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
great.
It's a little sad what they've done to themselves, but I just want to give them some props, put a spotlight on the Kings, and
even if it might be a negative spotlight.
Their organization. Yeah.
So we have a shit list now running. Orlando Magic, Sacramento Kings, Memphis Grizzlies. Y'all suck. We have 3 players.
So Memphis has been added to the list tonight.
Yeah. Sean wants to take away Memphis' team and put them in Seattle
until they fire Chris Wallace.
Vancouver.
Until they fire Chris Wallace.
I
like it.
Until they fire Chris Wallace, they're on my shit list. And I'm just saying, 3 teams on our shit list. 1, 2, 3 guys who could take over as GM. I know a lot of guys in the comment section that could do it as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dibs on the
comment
Magic.
section, geniuses.
Dibs on the Magic. But anyways, that is going to wrap it up for this episode of the Fast Break Podcast. That was Winners and Losers. Emmanuel Mudiay to the Knicks, IT to the Lakers, and Cav trade talk on this NBA trade deadline special, but it's also a regularly scheduled episode as this is a weekly podcast, and we're recording on our weekly time on Thursdays. We want to give a huge shout out to everybody who listened through this whole thing on Blog Talk Radio. If you're just sticking tuned for this segment, welcome. Hopefully you are subbed, and if you're not already, definitely hit that sub button. We're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of February, and we are on our way. Only I think 500 left. Or 4 something left. So we're getting close to our goal, but we need you to help us out there. Also, don't forget to check out patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. You can help support us. You can also be on the podcast if you join that $10 tier, which is always a fun time with guys like Christian, Pat, Jake. Did Brandon's buddy join us
as well? Matt's going to be on this upcoming Monday, too.
Awesome. So check that out as well. We're excited for Matt to join us. And we also love having our usual suspects as well in Christian, Pat, and Jake join us. Also, follow us on Twitter, at Most Valuable Podcast. We're trying to revamp that, make sure it's best for you guys. We interact with you guys over there as well. So if you want to keep the conversation going outside of the podcast. Also, don't forget to rate us 5 stars on iTunes. That's how we will get jobs in NBA front offices. And then the final thing is check out our Square website on Squarespace.
The link will be down below in the description.
The link will be down below in the description. If you want to rock the MVP merch that Ricky is rocking right now, you can join the MVP Army Squad fam, whatever you want.
We need a
whatever
name
you
for
want to call it. MVP mob,
Army,
MVP
whatever.
mob.
We'll have to
they can
figure
come
it
up
out.
with a name for
just
it.
throw something in the
It's
comments.
them, so they'll come up with a name.
Yeah, the MVP them.
No.
Okay.
It's a working title.
Anyways, that will do it for this episode of the Fast Break Podcast. For Dave Oster, for Ricky Widmer, I'm Sean Anderson. We will see you next time.